Hi, my loves. Hi, my loves. You guys. Welcome back to the Free Weekly. This is where we talk some shit about the stars up in the sky and the planets. So I call it Astrofuckery. That's what we start with. Then we move into pulling piles of cards. And I just try to take one or two things this week to, like, how the fuck do we make this make sense for us? Make it work. This week I'm going to kind of focus on that full moon that we had yesterday in Leo and with Uranus in the mix today, okay? And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah Martucci. I'm a psychic medium, certified crystal healer, and a paranormal investigator. And y'all, I'm not doing okay. I'm not. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. We did get snowed in. It was great. It was a snow day. Do you know what I mean? The kid had off school most of the week. So I was preoccupied with him, but also my mental health after all that stuff came out, especially about the Epstein files. Infants. I want you guys to hear something very clearly, okay? There's no forgiveness for this. There's no earthly forgiveness. Do you understand me? I am not in charge of that. I am not running for Jesus, and neither are you. I think most everybody is not doing good mental health wise right now. It's one thing to know that they're doing horrific shit. It's another thing to see it on fucking paper. It's another thing to see it typed out. There's no forgiveness for anybody that supports this shit still, that is making excuses for this, that thinks it's okay. If people are showing you right now that they would rather believe the illusion than the truth, let people show themselves to you. And I need you to hear me very clearly. These people are showing you that they don't have discernment and that they are not safe to be around. Do you fucking hear me? And yes, for some of you guys, you're like, fuck, that's my mom, that's my dad, that's my brother, that's... I'm so sorry that that is so close to home. But you've got an important decision to make. People and institutions and the things around us are showing us who they are. Which ties into this full moon that we just had in fucking Leo. It was loud. It was proud. And listen, Leo on the more negative side is like all ego. It's all fucking ego. They don't give a shit. Any attention's good attention. So I just think that, and especially like, because the mango hellbeast is a Leo rising, unfortunately. That full moon in Leo really was putting a spotlight on the actions that they put out into the world, right? That may not have been the only thing that came to light for a lot of you guys, especially within your personal spaces too. Again, the full moons shine a bright light. Leo, it's got a fucking stage. It's got a fucking stage now. So what are we hearing? What the fuck is going on? Is this all just smoke and mirrors? Is this reality? Like, I know what's coming out with this shit is reality. And I think a lot of us know that. And that's also why this is so hard to digest. This is so hard to fucking process. I used to get really upset when I would hear other readers or other people say that, like, this is hell that we're in down here. But after reading that shit and understanding what they do to children and infants, I'm just doing everything in my power not to start crying again, because that's the issue. I keep crying and I can't stop crying. I got a Cancer moon. There's no forgiveness. There's none. There's no forgiveness. Only that forgiveness can be found by Jesus now. And last time I checked, I ain't him. I'm not running for that position. God didn't appoint me to come down and do that. So it's not my place. That's the only place. Pick up what I'm putting down. Okay? We do not tolerate this. This is not okay. And if the people around you are showing themselves, let them show themselves. And act accordingly. Genuinely, I feel like this full moon is on us about that, shining the spotlight. How are you taking center stage, and how are you also taking responsibility for your actions here too? So maybe for some people in our lives, we had people that were totally for this, and then this came out and they're like, oh God, get me. Okay, well, let's go. We're going to have to rehab you, babe. Okay, but like, okay, let's go. We can work with this. The people that are still for it, making excuses. This is going to be a fire sale. And I think the more disturbing thing is watching this all come out, knowing that if this was anybody else, they would already have been in jail. There's no arrests. There's nothing going on. Nobody's responsible. I think last week and this week, if you're not having a mental health, what the fuck? Are you even fucking present? Are you even here, babe? Because we need you present. We need you here. You don't have to read all the stuff in there. I wouldn't actually recommend it, especially if you got a trauma past and there's like those themes for you in your past too. Oh boy. There's no forgiveness. And for the people that would come on here and be like, oh, the woke left, they're so loving and blah, blah, blah. And where's that now? Nope. I ain't hearing that. You're not going to guilt me into letting the party that wants everybody dead, everybody gone, you want the death cult? You want me to make room for the death cult at the table? Absolutely the fuck not. I got to protect everybody else from the fucking death cult. So no, there is no room here. There is no space for you. If you're still into this, I don't even know how you're still here. Okay? And may all your crops fail and your house implode. Hey, let's just fucking go there. Absolutely the fuck not. So I would also say today, not to do, but today. Also, Uranus is in the mix. So if we got our feelings up and down, left, right, like all over the fucking place, again, this is very on brand. Uranus is in the mix. So like emotionally speaking, when it's right on the moon like that, it's like, my God. Where am I? What the fuck is going? 1 minute I'm okay, the next minute I'm fucking not. So for a lot of us grieving and just sick to our fucking stomachs, like, you're not alone in that. Do you fucking hear me? And none of this shit is okay. Not a single fucking thing. It's not funny. Again, like I've been saying the weeks, I don't know what other noise to make with my face. Unless you guys just want me to start screaming again, which I'm totally fine with. Hey, obviously. So Sarah, how the fuck do we take this energy that's so activating, so fucked up, has just put a spotlight on all the ugliest motherfucking shit? My eyeballs. I'm not ever going to be the same after this, after reading that shit. And I think for a lot of people, they're feeling that way too. So again, how the fuck do we work with this? I think that energy is best used to, again, sit back and let people show themselves to you right now. What are people's actions? What are they saying? What are they supporting? What are they not supporting? Let it speak clearly. Don't try to make it into something else. And let people show you exactly who the fuck they are and what the fuck they're about and what they support. And if anybody supports their shit, don't you let them around your children if you fucking have them. The no discernment thing is actually terrifying, because people like that don't have discernment will get you killed, put you in horrific positions. They're unable to see. I don't have a thing wrong with blind people. There's more blind people out here that can see than people with fucking seeing eyes. So I would like to say how do we work this energy? Let everybody else show you who the fuck they are. And we need an outlet for this anger. Okay, especially with Uranus in the mix. Like, woo! And again, on a fire moon, that loves is supposed to support is the house that rules children. 5th house, Leo. This will not stand. I don't know if you hear me cracking my fucking knuckles. This will not fucking stand. And then on top of that, when they fucking kidnapped Liam last week, like, And now I'm finding that there's going to be an ice facility up in Hagerstown, like 20 fucking minutes from me. Like, not on this timeline. Not on this timeline. Y'all. So, have somewhere to put that anger. Maybe get to a good anger room this week. Maybe start channeling some of this anger, this frustration into the work that you're doing or any creative work that you do. Maybe put that anger, resentment into the weights that you're lifting, into the goals that you've got going on. Use this energy. Use this energy for you to improve your life, to make you smarter, faster, stronger. Thank you, Daft Punk. If y'all hear that song this week, tally fucking ho. This will not stand, and there is no forgiveness. Call me Sarah the Gray, but there is no room at this table for people that think that it's okay. I will not make room. I will shut down my fucking business before I support this fucking shit. So this week, be clear. What was the light shown upon for you personally around children, around competition, maybe some of the work that you're putting out in the world, maybe around you as a person? What are you pumped up about? And then with Uranus in the mix today, what I see, I have a tendency to see Uranus as brilliance, okay? Also chaos, okay? Those two things can happen at the same time, okay? So maybe this week, what chaotic things are coming up that might have a moment of truth, or like maybe like are we having these moments where something's coming through that's powerful? It's almost like lightning coming through, okay? And it's like, oh shit, I never thought of that. Oh my God, I never considered that aspect. Or, oh shit, this didn't even show up until X, Y, and Z went down. Now I see it fucking clearly. What moment have you had, especially this week? And if you haven't had it yet, it's probably coming, but that's sweeping the board clean with Uranus in the mix and shining a light. Are we ready to pick up this chaos agent and either toss it overboard, have it work for us and make it work for us, or we take this energy and we channel it into something that speaks to our passions with Leo here, okay? And again, helps us to channel this energy into our passions, into the stuff that we care about, showing up for our community, doing our work, taking care of our children. I just want to start screaming. I'm just being so for real right now. Like, that's all I want to do is I just want to keep screaming. So if you're anything like me this week, again, take this energy, focus it into the work that you're doing, the things that you're passionate about. Start going and fucking hitting shit at the gym. Get this out of your body. Because I think for a lot of you guys too, this energy feels trapped in here. We can't. And with it being on that Leo moon until it moves into Virgo, the Leo moon's going to say, like, again, how are we using this to help ourselves, to maybe shine brighter, or say the thing that's important, or do the thing. Say the thing, do the thing, be the thing. It's never going to be the right time. Ever. Ever. So stop waiting for a train that ain't coming in and schedule your own, babe. Because once this moves into Virgo, it's time to clean up house. All right? This week is going to be a lot of cleanup. Maybe both within your house and cleaning it up. Maybe we let it go last week because we couldn't fucking handle anything. Maybe we're tidying things up with our money, this week when the moon moves into Virgo. Okay, there's going to be a focus here on the finances. What the fuck we're bringing in? Are we organized? Whatever we're seeing right now, and especially with Uranus in the mix, I know it's pure chaos, but there is a deeper plot going on underneath. And are we ready to tune into those two fucking dimensions and make them work for us? Don't be afraid of what is being shown bright or what is coming to the surface, what is being seen, what is being understood now, because we can work with the truth. We cannot work with lies. Do we see that now? Okay? I love you guys. Do whatever you got to do this week to stay sane, stay in your physical form. Don't rip out of your physical form and turn into Mecha Godzilla the way I fucking want to. This is affecting my sleep. This is affecting my mental health, wellness. Thank God I have an awesome therapist. Thank you, Jesus. And I hope that you guys find that this week too, to help you, to support you. And if you're all over the place, honor it. Sit down and take care of yourself and channel this into something so that we can do something with this rage. Don't let it just sit in your body or it will hurt you. Okay? Okay. Guys, I'm sorry and I'm sad about the world too. I wish I could offer you more. But all I can offer you is that I understand, I'm here with you in it, and this will not fucking stand. This will not fucking stand. Okay? Trust that. I think for a lot of us too, especially with Leo and Uranus in the mix, we also, for a lot of us, I don't know, just last kind of note, there might be some question marks around work and career this week, what we're doing, where we're going, and it feels like we're flip-flopping, we're going back and forth, and we don't know what to invest in. Again, this is going to come back to, especially with Leo in the mix, what do I want? What am I ready for? And am I ready and vulnerable enough to be seen and heard? Okay? Okay, baby. I love you too. Everything's going to be all right. I'm okay-ish. But I'm not going to sit here and lie to you fucking face and tell you that everything's fucking rosy butt cheeks, because it ain't. And the worst part is, this is not even the worst of it. We haven't even seen the worst. So, strap in, my love bugs. Find an outlet for your anger this week. And when in doubt, come back home to yourself and ask yourself, what do I want? And am I ready to honor that? And choose me in the best way possible. We got this. All right, choose any and all cards you're drawn towards. I'll see you in the next. Hi, card pick number 1. All right, guys, we just did one card this week. That's all I have the fucking capacity for. I'm trying, okay? But even as I've been pulling the 1 cards, not the piles, like, hopefully it still resonates for you guys. You can still take this card as your message throughout the week, okay? So card pile number 1, y'all got a major arcana card. Talk about major change, major evolution, major movement forward. Y'all got judgment. Hot damn summer in the city. So listen, for you guys this week with a major arcana card coming up, like this is major transformation, major evolution, major fucking movement forward. I see all the major arcana cards like that, okay? Each one of them too, traditionally like the Lovers is the crossroad, but I actually see all the major arcana as crossroads, just each one has a different flavor because these cards are so massive when they come up. This isn't mundane everyday shit. You guys have real world crazy shit coming back into your place and space this week, and it's changing you. It's changing you, okay? So when we get a card like Judgment here, this card is going to talk about like something coming back again. Traditionally in this card, there's usually like 3 dead people, and then there's an angel of God coming down, waking them back up, bringing them back around, okay? So something's coming back here again. Maybe something's coming back from the dead whenever Judgment shows up. But also Judgment is asking you to make a very clear judgment on some important people, places, and spaces. And I don't know if you noticed, but there's 3 peeps there. So some of you guys this week might be having to deal with those themes, making a judgment around up to like 3 people or maybe a group of people that we're connected to this week. You're going to have to make a serious choice, okay? Something's coming up here. And I would have the feeling with Judgment, this is not the first time thinking it. Whatever this judgment's going to be or whatever we want to go towards, we've been thinking about this for a while. Also, too, this card stands for the number 20. So look for these themes. Maybe I want to go back to like January 20th. Did something happen around there? Okay, and is something coming back this week from that time frame? Or maybe we want to look around maybe February the 20th. But also, 20 breaks down to the number 2. And baby, we're in the month of February. So we've got February shown for the number 2. And then this breaks down to the number 2. Okay, so when that happens to me in the tarot, I've got a major arcana card that shows up in the month, and it aligns with the number in it too. Ha! This is such an important month for you guys, and this week is pivotal. Do you fucking hear me? the choices that you're making, and especially with judgment coming up, are going to say to you, are we going to go down the same cycle and keep doing what the fuck we've been doing? That almost killed you or shut shit down or didn't work before? You're going to choose that again? You're going to be a dumb bubblegum? Or are we going to choose something new here? Are we going to go towards renewal? Are we going to go towards are we going to judge this and see it clearly? Are our discerning eyes on? Okay? Are our discerning eyes on? I think it's time to make sure that they're in place and we got this. Now remember, the card before this is the sun. Okay? So maybe something beautiful went down. Maybe there was something here about our childhood or childhood themes coming up, okay? And so again, what the fuck is coming back around to? Maybe this is something about our health too previously, okay? So with this card showing up, maybe those themes, it was talking about possibly our children, our childhood, maybe health and health issues and themes, okay? Or maybe there's something here around being more free, letting the light back in, okay? And so again, something's coming back around this week for us to look at it, judge it again, and make sure, does this thing really fit in our life? Is this truly what the fuck we want? Where the fuck are we at? Okay? Now, if we were looking for a yes or no this week, to me, this would be a yes card, especially if we've got our good discernment eyes on. We know what we're looking at. We've been judging this thing. We've been sitting down thinking about it, mulling over it, because 20 is almost done. I mean, I think the end of the major arcana, depending on what deck you have, is 21. The next one's the world. Do you know what I mean? So, there's that. There's a feeling here that we're almost to the end of something. And so again, if something's coming back this week, I would say that that's a yes. Let's at least look at it. What is the judgment call on it? Okay, we have to look at this and deal with it. So to me, that's going to be a yes. All right. Now, if we're looking around love and relationships, woo doggies. This is friendship and family. Again, we might have some people coming back around. To me, there's a feeling here with judgment too, that we want reconciliation. This is one of my cards of reconciliation, okay? So I kind of feel like there is reconciliation. We really want reconciliation with somebody. This feels really hard, okay? And also too, even though this stands for the number 20 and the number 2, I'm looking at February or the 20th. Okay, you guys get the jam. There's also 3 people in the card. So there might also be a call towards the month of March. Maybe whatever's coming back up here and we're judging and we're looking at gets solidified, or this has got the feeling, it almost looks like the 3 of Cups, okay? So for some of you guys, welcoming back in some people, maybe after they've sat down and they've faced themselves, they've done some type of work here and they finally made it back around, okay? But guys, I would not welcome people back in that are not doing their work, that are not facing themselves, that can't tell the truth. Are your discernment eyes on? Are you more invested in the illusion or the story? We've got to make sure we've got our discernment eyes on and that we're grounded in the here and fucking now so that we can make the best choice from this actual moment. So why did those people leave before? What was the shutout for? And have they worked on that issue so that they're welcome back into your space? 10-4? But yes, it does feel like for some of you guys, and for some of you guys, we might be seeing them in March. There might be this could be some kind of party coming up, whatever the fuck's going on here. But also too, the card after this is the world. That's a wrap. Okay? So whatever we decide here this week around our relationships, what we're seeing, make sure we have our good discerning eyes on. We're bringing something back around to look at it to see whether we move forward with it or it's a fucking, that's it. That was that little clap thing on movie sets and stuff. Do you know what I mean? That's a wrap, bitch. You gotta go, ho. There's that. So, there's the feeling here with discernment, or at least with judgment this week, and resurrection. A lot of times this card stands for resurrection. Something's coming back the fuck around. Maybe this is also from last March? Question mark? Or 3 years ago? Question mark? Okay. So again, something's coming back this month. Maybe this week we're going to be hearing that. Something, even if this is just you feeling it and it's coming around and it's starting to come back into your brain again. Sit down and face the thing. What the fuck is it trying to say? And should I welcome these people back in after what happened? Or is that can we start over and start something brand new here? Can we rework this? Or is you got to go, ho. Okay, we're going to have to make that decision this week. I think around friends and family stuff. Now, if this is more about love, this is where it gets dicey. When judgment shows up, okay? So when judgment shows up here, for some of you guys, this is going to be zombie love. I said it, okay? What zombie love, Sarah? What the fuck is that? That's the thing that won't die. That's the person that just won't go the way. It's almost kind of like herpes. Zombie love. Are you into necrophilia? No? Then I wouldn't welcome them back. So for some of you guys, this person is just a fucking turd and they keep showing up. Maybe when you're doing better, all of a sudden, like, you finally start feeling better and on the road, and then Dum Dum Bubblegum comes the fuck back around. For some of you guys, this could be, like, again, this could be one person, but there's, like, a 3-part to the story, maybe. Or, again, there's a reference here to the month of March, going back 3 years ago. Somehow the number 3 might be playing a part of this, too, okay? And or maybe something happened in March around the 20th, or February the 20th. Do you know what I'm saying? 3 years ago. You guys get the jam, all right? So, it just feels like here, at least around the romantic situation, is this zombie love? Because it wouldn't be anything realistic. You can't have a real relationship with a zombie, right? They gotta die again. Their parts start falling off. They're not even really, what the fuck is going on? Ew. Alright? Unless you're into it, and I'm not trying to kink shame anybody, but... Okay, babe. Alright? Okay, I'm trying so hard not to judge you. Necrophilia of all the things? Okay. Listen, okay, so are we into necrophilia this week? Right? Around some of these people, around the love relationships. But again, we need to be checking in. Is this person worthy? Are they able to come back in? Have they been doing the work? If that's a hail to the gnaw, then that's What do we do with zombies? You're right. Beautiful, fucking gorgeous soul who butt looks amazing today and always. You one-shot them in the head. Listen, don't actually go out there and hurt somebody in that way. All I'm saying is, with zombies, that's what we do. We don't entertain. Because you know what happens? You get bit and then you turn into one too. No thanks. I got other things I got to do today, okay? Now, for some of you guys, though, around love relationship, again, this might have a 3-part to it. You heard my interpretations before around the timing and the time frame. But I just feel like with judgment here, like, again, we're excited. We do want to talk to this person. Maybe we miss somebody, but there's a lot of sadness. Something died in this. So, if something died in it, like, is it revivable? Honestly and realistically. Maybe also, too, with that reference to the sun coming before this card, traditionally in the tarot deck, it could just be like, did we do the childhood work? Did we heal our childhood wounds? So that we know, like, we're choosing this person out of peace, not chaos. Or the bullshit that we grew up with, the trauma that we grew up with. We're choosing them out of being at peace with ourselves now, and because we understand love equals peace. And I can literally hear some of you guys going, nope. Okay? So I would say for some of you guys, if we have not done that work and these people are coming back, fuck around. What are you doing? Was that little merry-go-round not on fire enough before? You need a little blood in the cut to feel something? Get your ass to therapy. You don't have to do this there. You don't, because all it's doing is hurting you. It's just hurting y'all. Okay? But for those of you that maybe took a break here where it was just like we needed some time to chill, maybe we haven't talked since last March or for 3 years, whatever, just feels like something's coming back up here. And like, maybe we are ready to talk. Maybe we're in a better position. Maybe for some of us, we're feeling so much better. We're more clear-headed. Maybe we do have our discerning eyes on. For those of you guys that we are and we have been doing the work, okay, and we understand what our value is and what we will and will not motherfucking accept, which is, we ain't accepting breadcrumbs, baby. Not up in these streets, okay? So, no breadcrumbing, no bullshit. You come healed and or healing. Period. Okay? That would be the judgment call I would hope you guys would make this week around your relationships. 10-4. Okay, come healed and or healing. Or this is just zombie love and I don't want it because I'm not into necrophilia and zombies. Okay? And again, for those of you that are, please find another channel. This just isn't it. I really tried hard not to judge. I'm so sorry. But I did, and it happened. I can't get down with that get down. Listen, okay? I just can't. So, maybe it's because I'm a medium. Okay? There's that. So, now, if we're looking more around, like, work and career, Listen, some of you guys might have an old job coming back around, asking you for help, asking you to come back. Maybe also, too, our friends are involved with that, too, for some reason. Maybe here are a couple of people that we loved from a different place, went and worked somewhere. They talked to their team. They want you now. Our friends are helping us get a job somewhere that's maybe similar, like something we've done before, but this is going to be different, I feel. Okay? Because that's the joy in judgment, is that we can see in resurrection something coming back around. Can I build with this or can I not? And so you're going to know very clearly. Now, if it's the same themes and issues from the past, like from a different place, then no, this is the same as the zombie shit. We don't want the same job, the same dumb shit. We've got to look at our work and career here and make sure that we're not just making choices out of the safety and security fear bullshit. As I'm saying that in a world where it's all safety and security because, my God, nothing feels secure right now. I understand. But hear me when I tell you it will never be a good time. It's never going to be a perfect time. Like, this is really about you sitting down and maybe like an old idea, an old business proposition, or an old something is coming back from the past. And maybe with a gentle reminder, it's never a good time, we can actually do something with it or say yes to it this time and get this thing rocking and rolling. Okay? Don't be afraid of the themes and things that are coming up around work and career, coming blasts from the past. Okay? Again, where are we now? What have we learned? I feel like we're in a completely different fucking place, and especially with this card, okay? So again, does this fit in my life now and what I'm accepting and willing to accept now? Because after all that growth, and we're almost at the end here, these people better know what the fuck they're bringing to your table, babe. You have the right to say no and to say, I've done this before. I don't want to do it again. Okay? Maybe for a lot of you guys, this is choosing something brand fucking new. After everything that I've learned, this energy cannot continue the same way. And so I've got to do something different. I've got to make a judgment call on this. And the old shit ain't working for me anymore. Honey, that's an old story, an old paradigm, an old you. Love her, but she's got to go, ho. She's got to make room for you. At least the iteration of you now. Okay? So I think for a lot of you guys around work and career this week, some of you guys might even be thinking of going back and returning to some of these old jobs. But again, we need to sit down and think, was it a good place to begin with? Was this place awesome? Maybe I was only there for the people that I was with. You know what I mean? So for some of you guys that have to take on stuff, maybe because we've got to get medicine, food, whatever the fuck, nobody's judging you here, okay? Then make sure that you've got a good team around you. Make sure that we're making friends with the people around us so that this job doesn't feel so suffocating, so fucking horrific. Okay? And I do feel like for some of you guys that are going to have to return, I genuinely feel like March is going to bring a better option. So this will be temporary. I don't think it'll be forever. Because again, remember, the next card traditionally after this is the World. Wrap it up, ho! Hey, wrap it up! So like, this is... something's coming to a close. Old shit ain't working anymore. Are we ready to start new here or take some of the people, places, and things that did work and rework it into something that's better for us now? You're ready. You're ready. Even though it's not good timing, you're ready. Do you hear me? Don't be afraid of this. Let it push you to be more bold, more brave. And especially with all these planets, like Aries is moving into all these fucking planets, honey, it's going to behoove you. It's going to be the only thing that might save you this year if that's your situation where you're having to go back to a workplace or a work situation that was not ideal previously. Okay? So just hear me when I say to you, do what the fuck you got to do with an understanding that this is only temporary. And while this is going on, we're going to be finding a new place or a new space or maybe even creating our own. But we're not going to be doing that by ourselves. We're going to be doing that with other people. Are you ready to booty scoot and work for the thing that you fucking want? Now, if this is more like health and healing, this is not the greatest, okay? So usually this is going to talk about some illness, some issue coming back around again. I feel like for the most part with resurrection, like this isn't so horrific, but maybe some of you guys might be hearing this week that the people around you are, maybe cancer came back. Okay. Or like, I'm throwing out here the worst case scenarios first. Okay. But like cancer came back or something terrible came back or something wasn't fully fixed. We got to do something different. Okay. This could have been from 3+ years ago. Again, working with the energy of the card and looking at the symbology. We're working with the number 20, the number 2, and the number 3. Okay. So there's just this feeling this week around our health, maybe third time's a charm. I do feel like if something's come back a third time, I do feel like we'll beat it this time. You hear me? I really fucking do. I really fucking do. Or third time's a charm, or 3 things come up and then we're done with the health issue. Okay? So again, it's almost just like our body's really trying to expel, trying to get something out of us. I feel like for some of you guys, there might be issues here around cysts, or like, yeah, like really bad cysts or something. Like with I don't know why I went to like my right shoulder first, but like maybe there's cysts on the body that are coming up. We've got to get them removed. Maybe there's surgery involved here. Maybe we've had 3 of those. What the fuck? This should be done by now. Do you know what I'm saying? Just using that as an example, okay? But there's something going on this week, and again, something's coming back up from the past. This would also be an excellent time to get in and to get your therapy. But I would actually feel like with judgment here, we need to move. So maybe this is somatic therapy or EMDR, not just talk therapy anymore, honey. We need to take this to the next level. And again, we need to wrap it up. We need to wrap up this fucking storyline. And I think for a lot of you guys, we're tired of it. We're tired of the old paradigm, the old storyline, but I don't know how to let it go, or I don't know how to move through it and let it go. Get your ass into somatic therapy, y'all. It'll literally help you move it through your fucking body. Okay? Okay. I just feel like with judgment here around our health, we're going to have to make a serious judgment call this week. And are we ready to start exercising, taking better care, and understanding that our mental space affects everything? Where are you mentally? If you don't think you can lose weight, why would you start trying? Make it make sense. Okay. So something's coming back around the past this week around our health. This could be a mental health issue. This could be drinking. This could be drugs. This could be, I feel it out there. It could be a million different things for as many people are watching this. Okay. So all that to say, whatever's coming back, whatever blast from the past this week around our health, sit down and face it. You got to make a judgment call. And if we're done with the cycle of something, then do the actions that are going to help you wrap this bitch up. Otherwise, get ready to get back into the exact same cycle, doing the exact same thing that you did before, that you've been miserable and like almost died 45 times in. No thanks. No thanks. You've got to have something else better to do today. But on the more best case scenario, maybe we do bring back some of the old hobbies, the old things that we love to do. Maybe like for me, I'm getting back into jewelry making, which I fucking miss. And it's like, but I actually have, or I'm starting to get the space now to do that, you know? So like these things are going to help us through. These are going to help us like be discerning, or like while we're working on these things, help us to process whatever the fuck is going on. We're channeling this work and this judgment like into the work that we're doing here. Okay. This resurrection, we're resurrecting something that maybe also gave us life. Okay. So again, what did you love to do that you put down, and maybe we can pick back up again? It's time. All right. That's the good stuff from the past coming back around, all right? But again, don't be afraid of our mental health this week. Let's face it. Let's look at it, because you're getting a clarion call to do so from Spirit. Okay? Okay. Guys, for anything else this week with judgment, you motherfucking got it. Just make sure you've got your good discerning eyes on. Have we been sitting here and clearing the room so we can see clearly? Do we know what we want? And are we ready to make a judgment call on an important situation in front of us? Something's coming back from the past. This time, we're going to make the choice that's in our best interest. Hi, card pick number 2. Oh, you guys got a regular mundane card. I did 1 card today. That's all I have the energy for. Forgive me, guys, okay? I'm just like, until I can get back to full blast, this is what we're doing. But still, I think that even just the 1 card pull is helpful. So hopefully this helps and guides you through the week, okay? You guys got a regular mundane card. You guys got the 10 of Wands. Let's talk about it. Woo! It's going to be okay, though. All right. All right. So listen, whenever wands show up, this is our fire, our passion, our energy. It's very spirit-led and spirit-fed to me. I feel like Spirit's literally speaking to us, and it's demanding for us to take action. Whenever fire energy shows up, you have to take action. This isn't waiting. This isn't hoping. This isn't praying that something will come in. You got a booty scoot. You're going to have to be the one that does something this week. 10-4. Okay. Now, with the number 10 here, we're at the end of a fucking cycle, babe. This is it. This cannot continue. Now, with this card, this is a little more difficult because this is the 10 of Wands. Look how hard she's fucking working, okay? And she's moving from the city into the desert. there's a feeling here this week, and especially when the Ten of Wands shows up, that like maybe we're carrying too much. We're overburdened, overworked. Like this is too much fucking shit going on. We need to move to another, like a softer, gentler place, or like a less busy place is what it feels like to me, right? With her moving from the city into the desert. Like we're building something here. And we're going to be doing this, it feels like, on our own, okay? And we'll get more into the meanings and stuff, but like just with the Ten of Wands here this week, I'm just going to say this off the bat, your whole fucking thing this week is to make sure that you're delegating and you're asking for help. And I guarantee this card made it to the ones that are having the most problems with that. Honey, your trauma's showing. I understand that you couldn't ask anybody for help or rely on anybody before, but like, you got to know the people to go to that are actually going to help you. Why would you keep reinforcing a storyline that nobody can show up and nobody will do the thing by going to the people that refuse to do it? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay? So let's get out of that loop. Let's stop going to the fucking people that can only see the color purple and ask them if we did the right shade of green. Okay? Okay. So also too here with the number 10 and fire, it moves the quickest. So I actually want to reference back to the month of October. We might have been working hard or building something since then. But again, we're exhausted. We're at the end of the rope. Like 10s are the end, babe. And it's a decision point. We got to figure out what the fuck our next actions are. Okay, so again, our next actions are asking for help and delegating. Because you're fucking yourself over by not doing that. Okay? But again, this is choosing the right people, places, and spaces that have shown us with their actions. Right? Also, fire asks us, what are we manifesting? What are we doing? All right. And again, with the number 10, I want to look around the 10th of a month. I want to go back to October. Since she's moving towards the right, I want to go to the past. I want to go to October. I want to go to the 10th of a month. Okay. So again, since that time frame, this has been hard. And you kind of feel like backstabbed a little bit because of it. Maybe you're just expecting people to like psychically pick up that you need this help without you saying anything. Honey, it's not how any of this works. Okay, I want that too, but like that's not how any of this works. That's why we have mouths and vocal cords to vocalize what the fuck we want. So there's no like, what the fuck's going on? Do you know what I mean? If only there was some way I could have known. Like, ask somebody. Shit. Okay. So with the Ten of Wands this week, overburdened, overworked, you need a motherfucking break. And this is my card of reworking your schedule because it's the fuck out of hand. It's out of hand. All right. With that being said, if we're looking for a yes or no this week, to me this would be a no. Not until you can put the duckies down. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's that song from Sesame Street, sung to Ernie. Put the ducky down. Look it up. You're welcome. Okay. But essentially, if you want to play the saxophone, you can't hold your ducky and play the saxophone, Ernie. Get it together, babe, okay? We got to put the ducky down if you want to play the saxophone and you want to do it well, right? So we're going to have to put down some of this burden, some of this overwork, some of this crazy shit in our lap if we want to get towards the goal or the thing that's really, truly calling towards us. There's a feeling also, too, with this card, I got to do a million things before I get to the thing to do it, you know? So, again, it's just like clearing out that space, what's actually mine and what's other people's. Picking up what's mine, and then just going towards that thing. Okay? Now, if we're looking around, like, relationships, this family and friendships, where is your family? Where are your friends? Are they the ones putting all the burden on you? Did you forget to ask them for help? Are you taking on everyone's problems right now as a way to avoid your own? Oh, I said it. Okay. I do the same fucking thing. Are you kidding me? Sometimes when I don't know how to help myself or help my situation and like I am running my fucking gears, I'll get outside of my self and help somebody else. The issue is getting back in and dealing with it. Right? Okay. Yeah, even Kira came in to say, meow, that's the jam. All right. So whoever got card pick number 2, Kira came in to bless this reading. All right. Kira's been on one lately. I'm telling the internet what you're doing, ma'am. It's a lot. She's our resident wild child, and she just does whatever the fuck she wants. Okay? So maybe also too, you're ready to do that yourself. And she says, be free. All right. Meow, be free. Okay. So with the 10 of Wands here, especially around family and friendships, you need help. You need support. You need community. And you don't have that right now. But the question mark is, are you asking for it and asking so that your needs are getting fulfilled here? And if not, let's give that a try so we can see if that works. And if we already have been and nobody's showing up and they're just adding on more, you need to pay attention to what people are showing you. Okay? Because in order to build this thing that you're trying to work towards and get this goal done, like, you're going to need support. You can't do this all by yourself. You're not an island, honey. Okay? And we need others to get from point A to point B. I don't want to do group projects either. Okay? But like, we need to ask for help. And again, if we've already asked for help and nobody's showing up, I can understand why you feel betrayed. So maybe it's time to start making some serious decisions here. Because again, we're at the end of the line with the 10. This will not continue. This cannot continue. I'm overburdened, overworked, overstressed. That's number one formula for gray hairs. And how fucking dare you? You make me get a gray hair, I'll take everything you fucking care about. Do you understand me? Like, kidding but not. Okay? Don't you take my fucking youth. I'll make you pay for that shit. Okay. Oh. So there's that. Also too this week, if we were thinking about, if we were thinking about love, it looks like you're alone in this, babe, and you're carrying the whole fucking thing. Or at least that's how you feel right now. Again, my advice would be, have you talked to your partner? Have we had those important conversations? No, then it's time. You need the help. You need the support. Time to stand up and say something. But if yes, then that person's just adding on more shit. They're not helping. They're not doing their part. And they're just expecting you to do all of it. In what fucking reality is that okay? Maybe we saw mom and dad growing up that way and we think it's normal. It's not. You say partnership? Then you be a motherfucking partner. And that doesn't mean having me do all the fucking work. I don't know. I just feel like for some of you guys, we've got some like weaponized incompetence. People pretend, oh, they can do all the work out in the world, but all of a sudden they get home and they just go fucking stupid. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? No to that. Also too, for some of you guys, again, where's your person? Where's your partner? You're supposed to be in partnership. Where are they? If you're wondering what somebody thought about you, they think you're overburdened, overworked, overstressed. But are they helping? Somebody sees you as having too much on your plate. Somebody sees you as busy as fuck and doesn't know if you have time for them, because you might not with this card. Okay? So if we're wondering, again, what other people thought about us, that might be one of the perspectives here, okay? Maybe another perspective, too, is they see that you work motherfucking hard. They see that you are a hard fucking worker. But again, do they have time for me? Okay? Well, if you're taking care of everybody's shit and yours, when are you going to have time for any of the good stuff? So everybody else gets to go out and have a good time, but you're straddled with all the responsibility? Okay. All right, on to work and career. Work and career here. Again, you're carrying too much. If there's a group project, you're the only one fucking doing it. You're carrying this place. And if you left, this place would implode. You've got to know that. Also, too, I see wands as some of my entrepreneurs here, okay? So there is a feeling here with wands that maybe we're thinking about starting our own business. We're supposed to be doing this business maybe even with other people. But again, you're the only one doing it. You're the only one working towards this. What the honey, what are you doing? Again, we need to ask for help. We need support. We need to, I actually think the real issue with the 10 of Wands this week is that you guys would rather put your life, farts, cries, tears, everything into your work, especially in work and career, than dealing with the issues that are at your door. And it's hurting you. We've got to face the thing. You're carrying too much. Would you like to start having knee, back, leg, sciatic problems? Oh, you already do? Guaranteed you start delegating some of the stuff or talking about what's important or going towards people, places, and spaces that actually can, will, and want to work with you is going to start to relieve some of those issues mind-blowingly quick. But are you ready to get out of this mentality that, like, you are an island, you're all by yourself, nobody's going to help? Like, we have got to face that shit because you're a part of this too. It's not just people putting stuff on you, leaving you. You're also a part of this. We've got to fix the call inside the house too. Okay? But we've got to make some serious decisions this week. And whatever we're carrying here, honey, you've become so important to it. Without you, this thing would implode. And maybe that was part of the point. But also, you've lost connection with all your friends, your family. Was it worth it? For where the fuck we're at now and how you're feeling now. And especially since October, or the 10th of a month, or 10 days ago. I don't know. This just feels very defeated to me with a lot of the work and career stuff. But I actually think that some of you guys are not going to stop. You're not. Even if you don't get the help, you're not going to stop. I actually respect that. Same. Okay. But like the whole point is to learn how to do that so that it goes easier, quicker, better, and you get the connection in the community that you're craving. I actually think the core root issue for you guys this week is for some of you, refusal. For some of you, your inability. For some of you guys, ignorance towards it because you just don't know, okay? But like, your issues around vulnerability. You're not able to be vulnerable. You don't know how to be vulnerable. You don't feel safe being vulnerable. So asking for help or getting support is like, what? This is a vulnerability issue when all you want is connection and community. If you do not work on that vulnerability issue, you will not have the connection in the community that you want because you will never let anyone in enough to actually see you. Do you hear me? That belongs more in health and healing, and we'll get into it, okay? But still, I mean it to my taint, okay? We got to start working on that shit because this isn't helping us. Maybe before it got shit done, it got shit out and done, but like it's hurting you now. Let's get into the healing aspect, okay? But I do want to say in work and career, you're building something serious, you're building something beautiful, you're building something powerful. But the whole point of this card is to say that you're not supposed to build it by yourself. You're supposed to build it with others. Are we choosing the right people to be on this team? If we have the availability to do that, if we've got the power, we're in the position to choose the team. Even if we don't, we can still look at the team and be like, this ain't it. Going back to boss and being like, this ain't it. Unless you'd like to pay me more. There's that. I promise they'll put you in a new group before they pay you more. Don't get me started. But I mean it. If you left this place, it would implode. So I need you to know how important you are to this place or space or whatever you're building here because, like, you are the table. I mean that to my core. Okay? Remember, you've got a lot of power here. Now, around health and healing. This is a vulnerability issue. This is going to require some therapy. You're like, Sarah, no. Yes. You don't have the tools to maneuver through this. You were never taught. It was never shown to you. What do you mean you can? Through magic? Through hoping, wishing, and farting? Honey, I wish. Believe when I tell you, if that was the jam, I would know the exact map, the actual door. I would tell you step by step how to bypass this. Are you kidding me? Okay? But this isn't the lesson here. For you guys, getting to this 10 space, this ending, this finality, this cannot go on anymore. This is a lesson. And you rolled with it. You don't have the tools in front of you, my darling. So go and find those tools. Go and get with a good therapist, get with a good somatic. This, to me, as physical as this card is, I would say somatic therapy is where the fuck you need to be. Or EMDR. Do you fucking hear me? Talk therapy is good, but we need something more this week. Because the burden goes all the way to childhood. Whose shit are you actually holding, babe? Whose shit are you actually holding? I guarantee you guys are having sciatic, leg, back problems, neck problems, arm problems, hand problems. For some of you guys that are having the leg and the butt problems, we don't see a way forward. We don't know how to move forward. So of course our legs are locking up. I also do think that some of you guys actually do have some physical ailments, but I do think a part of the mind frame is what's fucking us up here too, okay? For those of you with the back issues and the spinal cord issues and the neck issues, you're carrying everybody's shit and you have got to fucking put it down. It's not yours to carry. Not anymore. And it was never yours to carry. This belonged to your mom, your dad, your ex, that fart box of a neighbor, whatever the fuck. Do you know what I'm saying? That belongs to them. We've got to stop carrying the things that were passed down to us. And the shit that we saw and that we experienced. It's time to get the help and the healing. You don't magically have the tools. They were not taught you. You need to go to a professional and learn what these tools are. We are not above the healing. Do you hear me? Not you, not me, not anybody. Not even the Dalai fucking Lama. All right? Love how Kira was like, meow. That's fucking right. Especially that fucker, the Dalai Lama. I don't think he's a fucker. I think he's great. Okay, but it's just side note. All right? Shit. I just think it's too much, babe. You're carrying too much. And maybe also too, a part of this is like, if I make myself indispensable, no one can get rid of me. I can't be abandoned. Honey, if you're around the right people that love you and you're vulnerable and letting them see you, they'll never abandon you. Those old paradigms, this old story, we've got to put it down. Do you hear me this week? What are we still carrying from other people? Are we ready to face ourselves and understand that our trauma and our mental space is kind of pushing a lot of this, with the understanding that we have a deep-rooted, deep-seated fear of being seen and heard. This would make me feel father and father issues very deeply for a lot of you guys, okay? And that all I want is connection and community and help. Then work on your vulnerability issues and work on the trauma and put the trauma. It's okay and it's safe now. You don't have to carry it anymore. Okay? Coming from somebody who is in somatic therapy, genuinely trying to do that right now in my life. And I'm actually finding some headway. Guys, I've been in therapy for 10 plus years. I don't need to tell you the full amount, but it's been a long time. And for the longest time, I was like, why am I still doing this? And I knew that it was helping me understand and uncover, but like, whatever level I'm in right now, and especially with the somatic attached to it, like, genuinely, I've never felt so free and safe, because that was the biggest issue for me. Okay. So, if you guys are ready for it, it's time to start looking at that, tuning into it, getting a hold of it, getting the fuck into it, saying, no thanks, not my circus, not my monkeys, I ain't taking it on. You don't have to take on these things and do this stuff to be loved, to be accepted, to not abandoned. I know that's a double negative. You guys know what I was saying. Just, I'm going to have to play that out anymore. That storyline is old. It's shitty. And it never actually belonged to you. I actually think for some of you guys that belonged to your mom. Okay? So whatever we're working out this week, just know that vulnerability is at the core. We got a problem with it, and it's time that we face that, because genuinely, all we want is connection, help, to be seen. You got this. You hear me? This is actually workable. This is actually maneuverable. It's lying with you, baby. Okay? So when you're ready to say yes to this journey, so you can make room for the people, places, and spaces that are and will show you with their fucking actions that they love you, they see you, and they're not going anywhere. Okay? Okay. All right. I love you guys. You got it this week. I believe in you. You hear me? Y'all, card pile number 3. Okay, it's just one card. That's like all I had energy for this week. I still went off for like the other ones, like 20 minutes a piece. Guys, is there a stopping point for how much information comes out of me? Like, is there a stopping point for, like, I don't know, but I should probably find it soon. There's that. With that being said, you guys, in the meantime, reap the free 99 benefits, okay? In the meantime, you guys got a major arcana card, talk about major change, major evolution, major movement forward. You guys got the Emperor. Goddamn. That's pretty good. All right, so listen. Well, depending on the situation, but we'll get into it, okay? We got a major arcana card that talks about major change, major evolution, major fucking movement forward. Are we ready to sit down and, like, look at this big deal fucking thing that's in front of us and deal with it? Okay, so that's the real question. Am I ready to deal with the shit that's in front of me? Okay, I think with all the major arcana cards, okay, we're at a crossroads. If you ask me, with all the major arcana cards, yes, I know the Lovers is traditionally that card, but I see all the major arcana that way. They have a different flavor of crossroads, okay? So this one is about leadership. It's about standing in your fucking power, and it is about saying, go fuck yourself. I'm the one in charge. I like this card, okay? I'm a fan. Also, too, traditionally, this is a very masculine card. This is usually going to talk about a dude coming on the scene, but it doesn't have to be a dude. Do you know how many times I pulled the Emperor and it was for a woman? Fucking love that shit. It makes my nips hard. I just love to see a woman in power. A good woman in power. Oh my God. Okay? Yes, girl. Lead me to Valhalla. All right? Shit, let's go. So all that to tell you, just because this is a masculine card, technically talking about dudes coming on the scene, this could even talk about your own masculine side, or your own side that is, like, ready to step into a leadership role that would normally or traditionally be seen as more masculine or dudely. Okay? So when the Emperor shows up, it's a leadership moment. It's an important moment. Now, if this is an important person showing up, traditionally this would talk about, like, our partner, you know, or maybe like a best friend, maybe our father figure. This is somebody here that's in charge, okay, or a boss. Like, this is somebody here that's in charge, all right? They are the fucking charge. And so it's, on the more difficult end, this can just be ego, control, power tripping a lot with this card, okay? This can just be like obsession, possession kind of feeling with stuff, okay? Like, it's mine and I possess it, okay? It's almost like I own it. Sometimes can be the feeling on the more difficult end with this, the not good end. This would be a lot of ego and ego issues too. My authority won't be challenged, or I refuse to let it be challenged, even though it probably fucking should be, okay? There's that. Now on the more positive end, this would be a dude that was, like, really aware of himself. We've reached the point of the Emperor. This is not a spring chicken. This is not a young person. Okay, unless I was doing a card read on people and this is talking about, like, the energy they're about to step into. Okay, but traditionally, again, this is going to talk about an older dude, older male, older somebody here showing up, maybe also too with some type of wisdom. A lot of times this is the connector. Everybody knows this person and he knows everybody. Okay, this guy protects his family. I would also say too here, being a fire sign. Traditionally, this stands for Aries, but I would take Leo and Sagittarius in there with there too. Okay. This card also stands for the number 4. So I'm looking for these themes to come up around the 4th of a month, 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 years. But I read these like the months. I want to go towards the month of April. Okay. Maybe around April the 4th, ? So there's kind of a feeling here, but also too, if you notice the card, they're sitting here facing us now. They're facing us now. So there's something here about you taking on the leadership or the leadership roles that are showing up for you now. And by, like, April, like, we're sitting in our fucking power. But I think the real question is here, are you ready to step into that role? Okay, if this is more about you stepping into that space, or if this is a more masculine person coming on the scene, or a more leader coming on the scene, somebody in charge coming on the scene, are we ready to follow somebody here, listen to what they have to say, follow the orders, okay? I can also see this too, if this was a person, maybe their background might be like firefighter, police officer, in the military, okay? Maybe there's something here about acts of bravery, acts of service, working for the government in some way, shape, or form. Okay, clandestine shit. I don't know why I just felt that. But also too, this can even talk about. I think with Aries here, like, there's a lot of protection around family and home. Like, this is so important. But think about a lot of our military and service members. They're going in there to protect home and family, right? So there's just a feeling here with the Emperor again. If this is somebody coming on the scene, this is somebody offering us something. They've got the Ankh, man. There's something going on there. okay? And I just feel like there's an offer coming through this week. Again, either around leadership, this is going to be giving us life, stepping into our power. Somebody's offering life here in some type of way, or an opportunity to step into our life and our power. I fucking dig that, okay? Love that. And then again with the number 4, looking towards the month of April, around the 4th of a month. Now, let me see here. Now, if we were looking for a yes or no, to me, this would be a yes. Again, this is a very powerful, active card. I want to be in my body. This is physical. I got to take action with this fire sign energy. Spirit-led and spirit-fed. I feel like spirit calling me to stand in my power. There's something here that maybe I'm just starting to listen to. I'm just starting to tune into. And maybe for a lot of you guys, it feels really big. Okay? So again, this week, this is such a massive card. This is such a huge card. Okay? And again, it's been a major arcana 1. And again, we've got to take action and standing in our power this week, being the leader or following somebody here that actually wants to lead us and is showing here with the good examples that they've got our back. They're going to protect us and showing us the way through on something. Okay? Okay. Now, if we're looking around relationships, so this is more family and friendship. Some of you guys might be dealing with an important male figure this week. Maybe for some of you guys, there's father and father healing stuff coming up, okay? Maybe for some of you guys, we're wondering what we're doing around dad and father. If you notice here, they put the shield down. There's no real fighting, okay? There's no fighting this. This just feels like more like the energy that's coming up. They got the shield down and they're holding life. When traditionally Aries is seen as the sign of war. Hello, they're ruled by Mars, okay? But there's no war here. There's no war. They're offering life. So maybe there's something about like putting the shield down, maybe welcoming something back in here. Okay. Maybe around family and friends. Maybe this doesn't need to be a fight. Maybe we can sit down and offer each other life or something new or something renewing or something life-giving here. This would also be a good indicator here that maybe one of the dudes within our sphere, an important one, might find that them and their partner are pregnant. Okay, so a lot of times when that onk shows up, all right, might be dealing with those themes. Maybe on a more kind of grosser side, dad's having a kid and we're older, okay, for some of you guys. Maybe for some of you guys, we're older and we found out we're pregnant. Like, fuck, we're in our 40s. Like, what are we doing? Hey, there's that. No judge, no fucking judge, okay? But like, oh, something's happening here. Because, I mean, also look to, like, I don't know. This just feels like, to me, it just feels like this week around friendship and family. There might be new life coming into the family. This might be a little boy being born, okay? Maybe for some of you guys here, we need to have an important conversation with dad, but it needs to be a conversation. And we're offering options or offering love or offering life. Maybe he's doing that and coming towards us this week or another important male within our sphere. Again, this man would traditionally be our age or older. I think older, okay? That's the feeling I have of it. But at least with the family and friendships, like, we might be celebrating life this week. Maybe somebody's coming back and they're healed and they're doing better and they're not ready to fist fight, okay? And again, this feels like, I don't know why, but there's a feeling of like conversation this week, okay? So what conversations do we need to have? What actions do we need to take this week around our family and our friendships? Do we need to go and tell somebody that we love them and we're sorry? Do we need to take responsibility and be the leader in our life? Maybe you're on a difficult situation here and be the one that gives life back to this thing, right? Maybe also too, we don't know what's going on around dad, what's happening here, and especially with the Ankh there, like how much life do we have left? Okay, so we might be dealing with some of those themes this week and what's going on with that. This would also be a good time for some of you guys to sit down and ask dad or ask some of the older males within the family stories from the past, who they are, how they grew up, what influenced them. You get the jam, okay? This would actually be a great time. And again, there's shields down. There's the feeling of vulnerability here. Can I say that for any man that makes it to the point of being the emperor, the only way he fucking did that is by being vulnerable. Vulnerability is a gift. Because so many of us have been hurt, harmed, and burned by being vulnerable. But this man or this character or this energy understands that to be in this leadership position, I have to be willing to fucking be vulnerable. I got to put the shield down and talk real. Okay? Okay. So it feels like important conversations. Maybe also too, we see the next in line, the new patriarch might be coming up here. within the family or the friend system, okay? It's interesting. There might be some new dads. Or again, maybe here we've got some conversation this week that we got to have, and it shouldn't be a fight. It shouldn't be a fight. There's no point. The shield is actually down. Okay? Okay. Now, if this is more around love relationships, listen, I think for some of you guys, there's an important male around you that fucking sees you, babe. God damn. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius might have that in their top 3 placements, innermost planets, or maybe just heavy fire within the chart. Innermost planets would be like Mercury, Mars, Venus. I'm not talking generational planets. I'm not talking Saturn, Neptune, no. Okay, innermost planets. Okay, I don't know why I'm harping on that right now, but still. Well, I feel like for some people, oh, well, his whatever's in Jupiter. Everybody's is in Jupiter in that generation. Now, we need to narrow this person down. Okay? So, with the Emperor here, it just feels like at least within love relationships, somebody's ready to have a conversation. Because look where this Ankh is, where the circle is, right around that throat chakra. Going right down into the heart, into the core, and they're holding it around the heart. Okay? There's that. Somebody here is ready to have a life-giving conversation. Somebody's ready to maybe talk about having children. Somebody's ready to maybe go to the next level. Somebody here is maybe ready to step into the leadership position and point this relationship in the direction that they would like it to go in by being brave enough and being the leader of having the important conversation nobody wants to have. But again, it just feels like, at least within relationships, this feels pretty good. Again, we're taking on that power. There's something beautiful happening here. There's an activation of the throat chakra around life, telling the truth, being honest, and then having it go like systematically down through our fucking system and affect everything else too. Okay? But in a good way, I think. If you're wondering what somebody thought about you, they think you're powerful as fuck. They think you're hot as shit. I don't know why the fire signs are like that. Listen, I'm an Aries. Okay? I said what I said. I don't need anybody else to believe that I'm the hottest. I know that I am. Hey, get out of my face, babe. So, with the Emperor showing up here, I like this around relationships. Now, this is a more difficult. Some of you guys might be dealing with an asshole or an obsessive person that's just possessive of you. They see you as like their property. Barf. Get the fuck out. What is this, 1854? Get the fuck out of my face. Is this 1954? Get the fuck out of my face. You know? I'm not tying myself to the fucking sink while you go out into the world and live your... Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I also think, too, on the more difficult end, some of you guys might be dealing with the person DV. Might be a part of this, okay? Maybe we're just done fighting for some of you guys this week. I'm not doing it with this figure. This dude, this person, even myself this week. I'm tired of fighting with myself and fighting with others. I'm putting down the shield, and I'm ready to be vulnerable. This feels good to me, okay? It's time. If you're going to be the leader that you know that you're meant to be, you're going to have to be vulnerable. I know. I don't like it either, okay? Now, if this is more about work and career, some of you guys are beginning that leadership position. Some of you guys are going to be owning your own business. Congratulations. Do you hear me? Well fucking done. I think this is going to work out very fucking well, okay? Some of you guys are thinking about singing. I think you should do it. Whoever wants to sing here, I really think you should do it. Some of you guys, I don't know why I'm picking this up, but I feel like some of you guys want to start doing some like finding missing and or lost people work. I think you should start doing that, working on your psychic gifts and abilities, okay? I just think it would be a good thing to do. Because who doesn't lose shit? Do you know what I'm saying? It'd just be another tool in your toolbox shed, and who knows how it will help you going forward. I think you should do it. If you've been thinking about it, let it be a sign. Again, some of you guys think about singing, working on our voice. I think you should do it, especially with Neptune moving into Aries and you're a fire sign. Fucking sing, babe. You might actually have a voice here or something people want to hear. Side note. Yeah, some of you guys are beginning that position. Some of you guys are going to be moving others to a main position. Maybe some of you guys are bringing on a partner here that's equal to you, and we can start getting this work, this progress, this creative thing going. Thank you, Jesus. Whoever wants to start their own business, you better fucking do it by April. I swear to God. No more dragging your feet for some of you guys. And do what you actually want to do. Stop doing shit that other people think you should do. Or you think that's the smart thing. Stop. You make my eyes roll all the way back in my head. Come back around and then I'm going to be pissed off. Because then I found all the contacts that They got lost in there. I have a weird theory, okay? That being said, what the fuck? I just feel like here around work and career, we've got to take on this leadership position. It's time. It's due. We're ready. Go. Don't look back. Tally fucking ho. What are you going to be the head of? What are you taking initiative on here? What are you going to be leading the charge on, babe? Yes. As long as you're being vulnerable and speaking from your fucking heart. Yes. Okay. Now, extra points if some of you guys wanted to start doing some kind of, personal trainers. And if you wanted to do like your own home gym and do it like a Viking soldier. Or have people practice with like swords and shields and I don't fucking know. Here for it. I'd give it a try. Sounds like fun, actually, okay? Maybe some of you guys are starting to get that exercise regime in. Maybe you guys want to be personal trainers. This would be good for a physical therapist. I don't know why I'm picking that up. This would be good for, I wouldn't recommend it. But maybe somebody here wants to go into the military, okay? Maybe we're dealing with that this week. Maybe we got a kid that wants to go into the military. They feel like they're ready. I do not recommend that. But if your child is an adult, they get to make their own decisions and choices. Okay? So for some of you guys where that is resonating this week, you're going to have to let your kid make their choice. Sometimes there's nothing you can do, and you got to let the kid make the choice. Even if they are a kid, but they're stepping into adulthood is what this would feel like to me. Okay? Yes, 18's still a kid. Straight up. I remember being 18. I was ready for nothing. I'm 42 and I still feel ready for nothing. Okay? Well, except a Krispy Kreme donut. If you know, you know. So, with that being said, it just feels like the Emperor this week, especially around work and career, is asking you to take action. We're going to have to be the leader here in some type of way. Are you ready to be the leader? It feels like we're moving towards that. It's coming for us. Are you ready to say yes? And how can I show up as the leader that I need in my space, life, career, work right now? We need you. Speak up and say something from the heart. It might be needed, or we need to hear this right now, okay? We need you as the leader, please. All right. Now, if this is more like health and healing, some of you guys are having esophagus, throat, tonsil, teeth, mouth. This is going down in the stomach too. But there's a real highlight on the esophagus. I want to go throat, thyroid, okay? I want to go shoulders here, clavicles, that the fuck it is? I can't remember. Okay, shoulders in here, and then the esophagus, heart, down into the stomach, okay? We might be having acid reflux. We might be having problems with any of those areas on the body right now, all right? I would also say, too, that there's something going on with some of you guys with the right leg. Something going on with the right leg. Some of you guys might be suffering from headaches or some head stuff going on too, okay? Maybe just keep getting a head cold. I actually want to say to you guys, you need to eat something spicy, like go get spicy pho. Do you know what I'm saying? Or go get spicy soup, go get spicy something to like work this out of your system, I feel like you just got to clear your nasal passages, and then some of the headaches will start relieving here. I think we're backed up in the head or the sinuses. Okay, side note. Or start doing those neti pots, cleaning that area out, okay? I just feel like this week around health and healing, father and father healing issues, get your ass into therapy. But also, too, when you start to do that work, you're going to see that you're meant to be the leader. Also, for the firstborn girls here, some of you guys might be the next patriarch in your family. Listen, firstborn daughters are their father's oldest, best-looking son, period. I don't care how many dudes they got in the family. I myself am an oldest son. That is what it is. All right. So it just feels like some of you guys, again, some of the men in the family might be the next patriarch. Some of the women and the older women might be the next patriarch in the family. I said what I said. Anything else around health and healing? Some of you guys need to deal with your fucking anger. Look at that red dot right above the head. You need to deal with your fucking anger, and you need to find an outlet for it. Not other people. You need to go to a rage room. You need to get to a therapist. And I feel like a lot of this issue has to do with dad. Well, if some of you guys got this one, you're like, Sarah, I'm the most unconfident person ever. Guess what the card is? You're right, baby. It's time to build that confidence. And we do that by what? Dealing with our father healing, father trauma, drama. If we didn't have a father that was confident and could not show us what that looked like, was back and forth, not here, not there, not anywhere, We were never taught how to be a confident person, to be seen and heard and have that be safe. Time to start working on that. We do that by going to therapy and dealing with those themes, and maybe taking some classes here where we can do like talking in front of people to get over the fear or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? This is absolutely workable this week. This to me doesn't feel like death or dying, okay? Unless this would be a much older male. And again, we're looking towards the end of life. All right. And then what kind of stories, what are we doing here? But again, this feels like taking care of the health, taking care of the body, loving on ourselves, and dealing with our anger issues, speaking from a place of vulnerability and love, putting down the shield. I don't need to shield myself. I don't need to fight anybody. There's no sword in this. They're holding an ankh. Okay? Even though this is the sign of war, there's no war in this card. So no fighting people this week. I said what I said. That's the way it is. What it says, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. You guys know what? Why did that just start playing? Anyways, so that's just the way it is. Play me that fucking Barbie song. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but I said what the fuck I said. So this week around health and healing, guys, and everything the fuck else, you motherfucking got this. This is your period in time. This is your week to step into your fucking power. Because that's what you're being called to do by spirit. And I don't know about you, but I'm not going to turn down a call from spirit. Nope. Because they're going to come back stronger, harder, and they're going to whoop your ass, okay? I have learned my lessons. I have learned that lesson multiple times. I ain't doing it again, okay? So hopefully you guys don't either this week. You tune the fuck in and get ready for April to be that point where you stand up, put this shit to good work, to good use. This is your time to get the information, stand up and do the work, get your healing, get ready for fucking April, because it's Thundercats Go, okay? You got this. I believe in you. Do you hear me? Stand up and be the leader that you've always fucking needed. All right, you guys, let me know how this was for you. Any and all feedback helps me to grow. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to anything I had to say, okay? I love you guys with my whole entire fucking heart. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I know I've been saying this since last year, but like I really mean it. We do this together. And there is no forgiveness for this shit going on. Nope. Okay. Love you guys. Let me know if you need anything. I'll be out there.